would you like something to drink?
Yes, sure. I'd like a natural fruit drink if possible.
Gin and tonic for me.
Okay. You are from Australia, right?
Yes, I am.
I'm going there in a couple of months. Do you have any recommendations on what I should see?
Sure. I'm from Sydney. Sydney is Australia's largest city and a real cultural melting pot.
Interesting.
There is a lot to see, but there are some places that cannot be missed, such as the harbour, the Opera House, the historically important area of the Rocks, and the World Heritage Blue Mountains, not far from Sydney. I could lend you a travel guide of the city if you wish.
That would be great.
But the most important thing is not to miss a party on top of a skyscraper. The view of the city and its harbour is breathtaking.
Are you ready to leave?
Sure. I have even bought a new camera for the occasion.
What I mean is visas, passports, insurance, and so on.
Not really.
It's essential to have such practical information prior to and during journeys to faraway places such as Australia.
That's right. For instance, a visa is required of all visitors to Australia.
How can I obtain the visa?
I can't remember. Visa regulations change from time to time, so you'd better check on the internet.
What about vaccinations?
There are currently no specific vaccinations required.
Thank goodness.
Just one last suggestion. I don't wish to be impertinent, but perhaps it would be a good idea to have a new hairdo before you leave.
What?
A new hairdo. I am a hairdresser, and a new hairstyle is always important before important changes and experiences.
Yes! That is a great idea!
Hi, are you ready for another workout with me, Anthony? I hope so, because today we're going to travel to a faraway country. How exciting. We're going to learn about talking about places of interest, practical travel information. Emily is about to go to Australia. Since Chloe is from Sydney, she provides some information on places that cannot be missed, that she must see, such as the harbour, the Opera House, and so on. Along with these places, she recommends, do you remember what? Sure, a party on top of a skyscraper, because the view of the city and its harbour is breathtaking. Breathtaking means of outstanding beauty. When you travel, there are many things to take into account. One of the most important is practical information. That is information related to visas, passports, insurance, and so on. This practical information is particularly important when traveling to faraway places, such as Australia. Far away means distant. First, you have to check if your passport is valid. Then you should check if a visa is required. Chloe says that a visa is required of all visitors to Australia. A visa is an official mark made in a passport which allows you to enter or leave a particular country. For example, you can say, I traveled to Argentina on a tourist visa. There are two main kinds of visa, a tourist visa and a work visa. A tourist visa usually lasts for a few months, while a work visa lasts longer, but it is much more difficult to obtain. Visa regulations change from time to time, so you'd better check on the internet. It is indeed wise to check the internet for visa and other types of regulations as well. Another very important aspect to take into account is health information. Are vaccinations required? A vaccination is a protection against a particular disease, usually by injection. Indeed, the authorities may not let you enter a country if you haven't had the required vaccinations. And that would be most upsetting, don't you agree? Luckily, there are no specific vaccinations required. So, according to Mr. Little's opinion, the only thing Emily needs is, remember? Sure, a new hairdo. That is the style of a person's hair. Hairdo is a term especially used for women. Well, I can't go to Australia, and I'm not going to go to the hairdresser, but I am going to the barber shop to get a haircut. Bye, and I'll see you soon in our next training session.